I'm going to walk you through the exact 7-component system that runs every family office in the world. I'm Christopher Nelson, and after building my own microfamily office 5 years ago, I discovered this infrastructure almost never gets discussed publicly. Most financial content tells you to max your 401k and rebalance quarterly, whether you have $250,000 or $10 million. But the system family offices actually run, it has nothing to do with being a great stock picker. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what those 7 components are, how they connect, and how to build them yourself, even if you're starting with $1 million instead of $100 million. The first component and foundation of every family office is vision. A lot of people skip this and think soft and fluffy, and they don't want to do it. They want to jump straight into what should I invest in before answering the question that actually matters. Why does this wealth exist? Vision in a family office has 3 pieces: your legacy statement, your investment thesis, and your asset category goals. Your legacy statement is your why. Your investment thesis is your philosophy on risk, return, and time horizon. It's the document every advisor on your team works from. And your asset category goals set specific measurable targets across growth, income, and capital preservation. Here's why this matters. The Vanderbilts had more money than the Rockefellers in the late 1800s, but by 1973, not one descendant was an inherited millionaire. The Rockefellers, still operating nearly 150 years later. The difference wasn't the size of the fortune, it was whether there was a vision guiding it. The second component is structure, where every dollar in your portfolio gets a defined job. In a microfamily office, we call this your portfolio structure. And it's not just about what you invest in. It's about designing a systematic architecture that organizes your wealth into specific categories so that the whole thing works together as a self-sustaining income engine. Without this, most people have scattered allocations across random investments, no real strategy, returns may go up or down, but don't necessarily accomplish anything specific. With portfolio structure, you have a system where every dollar has a purpose, predictable cash flow, and performance that's actually tied to your goals. There are 3 concepts that make this work. First is your evergreen architecture, the capital preservation, income, and growth framework. Capital preservation for safety and liquidity, income for cash flow, growth for compounding. Second is your target allocation, the strategic percentages you assign to each category based on your specific goals. Maybe that's 50% in public markets, 30% in private investments, 20% in capital preservation. Your numbers will be different. Third, there are performance goals, the risk-adjusted returns you're targeting, not just make more money, but specific metrics tied to specific time horizons. This is how you translate vision into actual portfolio design. Vision says why, structure says how. The third component is protection, legal and tax. Legal protection means assets are titled correctly, entities are properly separated, and liability from one area can't bleed into the other. Tax protection is what we call the deduction stack, a layered set of strategies available inside a properly structured management company that simply don't exist if you're operating personally. Protection is component 3 for a reason. Wealth without a defense layer is wealth without a foundation, and it can be difficult to retroactively protect what's already exposed. The fourth component is process, standard operating procedures for how your wealth runs, bookkeeping rhythm, document management, tax planning calendar, cash management, investment review cadence. A microfamily office operates on a defined schedule, monthly reviews, quarterly planning, annual strategy sessions. A lot of first-generation wealth creators are operating in chaos. Statements scattered everywhere, no consistent review cadence, decisions made reactively. Process replaces that chaos with rhythm, and those decisions, made consistently over time, compound just like the investments do. The fifth component is data, measuring what actually matters. Most people check their portfolio when they're anxious. That's not data, that's an emotional reaction. A microfamily office tracks specific metrics on a defined schedule, and it does this through one simple dashboard, not 17 apps. For my income investment assets, I track percentage of portfolio and cash flowing assets, income yield percent, and annual cash flow. For my growth investments, I track total return percent and I pair it with the Sharpe ratio. Then there is the capital preservation bucket. This is a liquidity check. Do I have too much cash sitting idle? That's opportunity cost. Do I have too little? That's risk. Data doesn't have to be complex. It has to be consistent. The sixth component is advisory partners, and this is often the biggest mindset shift in the framework. In traditional wealth management, your financial advisor is the CEO of your money. You sit downstream. In a microfamily office, you are the CEO. Advisors are specialists hired to execute within your strategy, not to define it. For many microfamily office CEOs, the core team looks something like this: a certified tax planner doing tax strategy, a CPA filing the taxes, a bookkeeper doing personal and family office books, and an estate attorney. Each has a defined role. Each knows your investment thesis. None of them are working in silos. In a traditional setup, your CPA does not talk to your tax strategist, your attorney doesn't know your investment strategy, and you're the only one holding the full picture without the training to connect all the dots. A microfamily office creates the coordination layer. Your team works together and they work for you. The seventh component is governance. How you run as a CEO. Governance means defined decision rights, a documented investment policy statement, family meeting rhythms, next generation financial education, and succession planning. Most high net worth people have zero governance structure. And without it, there's no continuity. Decisions live in your head, not in a system. The wealth depends entirely on you showing up and remembering everything. Governance is what makes the microfamily office outlast you. These aren't seven separate things. They're one integrated system. Vision informs structure. Structure determines what protection strategies are available. Protection runs through your processes. Processes generate the data. Data guides your advisory partners. And governance ensures you're executing all of it with intention. Remove anyone and there's a gap in taxes paid unnecessarily, opportunities missed, or decisions made under pressure instead of by design. A single family office running $500 million operates these seven components with a fully dedicated team. A microfamily office with $1 million to $30 million in investable assets operates the same seven components with technology, fractional experts, and a portfolio CEO who knows the system. Same principles, scaled execution. For most people in the $1 million to $30 million range, the place to start is the first two components: vision and structure. Everything else builds on top of them. If you don't know why the wealth exists and how it's organized, the other five can't function. That's exactly where we start in our live workshop, a 2-hour deep dive designed for high earners ready to stop reacting and start building. You will leave with a legacy statement, an investment thesis, and clarity on your portfolio structure. We've had over 1,500 people come through, and the most common thing that I hear at the end is, I didn't know what I was missing until I saw the full picture. Head over to wealthops.io/go or click the link below to register. Our next workshop is likely just a few days away. And after you sign up, check out this video on the Evergreen Portfolio Model, the investment framework that we use inside of the microfamily office structure. Let's keep building.